Burt coming at you this morning. I've got some pretty cool information I've been thinking about, kind of go through a few things this morning. So before I get started, I want to tell you a little story. This is a story of my background, my history. I grew up in Driggs, Idaho. Most people don't know where Driggs is. It's a little spot on the map, right on the Wyoming border on the west side of the Tetons from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So that'll give you a little bit of a reference. In my grade school, so when I was going to school, grades kindergarten through sixth grade, there were about 30 kids. There were 5 kids in my class, me, Eddie, Larry, Andy, and Tammy. Tammy was the only girl. I felt sorry for her, but she could handle her own. She could pretty much beat up us boys. And so anyway, growing up in a small rural community, when I graduated from my grade school, I went to junior high. So I went to junior high in 7th grade. That was the middle school. When I was a pretty big kid, I was pretty athletic and that sort of thing. So I was recruited, and not necessarily recruited, but basically, you played football, then you played basketball, then you ran track. That's just pretty much what you did, if you were athletic at all. And so I got put on the basketball team, and I wasn't very good. I mean, I was big, I was a little bit clumsy, but I was pretty athletic. Football is my sport. I can just tell you, I played middle linebacker and guard, but on the basketball team. So I can tell you that the story of my very first basketball game. So I didn't start or anything. I was about 3rd string. So there was a couple minutes left in the game, and the coach said, "Hey, Bert, go in there." And so I went in, and basically as I was running in, the coach says, "Hey, get the ball." I'm like, all right, no problem. So I played center. So I was the number 5, if you know what that means in basketball. I was playing center, and they came running down, and the guy came running in, and he was going in for a layup. Well, I just took him out. I mean, he's playing linebacker. I was playing linebacker. He was coming in with the ball. He didn't make the basket. I fouled him. So we lined up on the foul line. And again, the coach is yelling stuff like, "Box out, Bert, get the ball." Well, so if you know when the other team's shooting, I'm under there and it bounces out. And basically it bounced over my head to another kid's, into another kid's hands. Well, being me, I went after the ball. I ended up getting the ball, but guess what? Foul number 2. I knocked the kid down. I got the ball. I'm like, what? I got the ball. Leave me alone. Long story short, we basically spent about a minute on that foul line. They'd shoot foul shots. We'd go for a rebound. Somehow I would somebody would be on the ground, and I'd end up with a foul. I literally fouled out of my first basketball game with 5 fouls in less than a minute. And the coach, I'd go walking, I'm like, what the crap? What? The coach just puts his arm around me and goes, dude, I mean, he's just laughing because it is one of those things. I think back on it, I'm like going, what's the deal? You told me to get the ball. I got the ball, blow the whistle. What the heck? It's a dumb game. Anyway, and the reason I tell you that story is because one of the things that happens in this industry and in this business and in life is you've got to know the rules of the game you're playing. Okay. I was playing football on a basketball court. We were doing a fumble drill. When that ball would go up, I would go get it, and I'd run over people, run through people, whatever. Well, you can't do that in basketball. Well, in this business, in network marketing, every company, every compensation plan, every model has its nuances. It has its rhythm. Rebecca talks about the rhythm of the business. And so one of the things, and I've talked about this before, one of the things I want to talk about today is limited time offers, okay? And the reason that I want to talk to you about that is I want you to understand what our philosophy is at corporate, okay? If you look at traditional business, okay, like Angel, if you own a flower shop, or if you own a traditional retail business or any other business, there's basically 3 ways that you make money. You get new customers, you get those customers to shop more often, and you hopefully get those customers to spend more money every time they're in your store, right? That's literally the only 3 ways you make money. Get new customers, get them to shop more often, or spend more money, right? So if you think back, you like look at the history of McDonald's. This is a good example that everybody can relate to. You know, when the guys got together at McDonald's and they said, okay, you know what, we need to get more customers. We're competing out there. We need to get them to shop more often, and we get them to spend more money every time they do it. So to shop more often, they would do coupons. They would do that. You see restaurants that have these clubs that if you buy 10, you get one free, that sort of thing. But also, and think about this, when I was a kid, McDonald's, they didn't have a full meal deal. But the marketing guys go, you know what, when someone comes in to McDonald's, we probably can't get them to spend and buy a whole nother hamburger or a whole nother meal, right? But you know what we can do? We can charge them an extra 39 cents and they can upgrade their meal from small to medium or from medium to large. You know, we go 39 cents, 59 cents, 79 cents. Well, back when McDonald's first did that, you know, literally you could get a full meal deal for probably $4.50. Well, if they could get an extra 50 cents out of every person that walked in just by upsizing their drink, guess what? How much did the drink cost them? The drink incrementally cost them pennies. But what happened? They basically, with that extra 50 cents, you want to supersize that, you want a full meal deal, you want to, they were able to add to their bottom line like crazy. I mean, extra 10, 20% to their bottom line just by getting the people to spend more every time they came in. Incrementally more, they didn't sell them a whole different meal. They just got them to spend incrementally more. So with Govee, we do these things called limited time offers, okay? Now, there's a couple of reasons we do limited time offers. Number one, it allows us as a company to test products to see if this is a product that we want to use, to see if this is a product that our promoters want to promote, to see if it's a cool product, see if it's a great product. You know, the thing that we were talking about yesterday, I mean, we've got all kinds of ideas for limited time offers. I mean, you know, the reality of it is we could bring almost any product to our base and say, hey guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about a scooter? I mean, as weird as it is, a little Govee motor scooter, you know, it'd be a larger ticket item. It'd be $1,000 ticket, but you know, what the heck? I'll bet people would buy it. Some people would buy it, right? So we can bring anything to the market, but I want you to understand. So we're number one, we're testing products to see what we want to bring to the market, to bring to the world from a Govee standpoint. But the second thing that it does, and I want you to understand this, when we're talking about we want to get people to shop more often and spend more each time they do that, is when you're building a business. Okay, in Govee, we have this thing called auto ship or subscription. And that is when you sign up, you basically buy, you know, you buy a bottle of WOW, and then the next month you get another bottle of WOW, or you add a WOW and a POW, or you do whatever. You get some fuel tabs, you know, you get that. And your ultimate goal is you want people in your organization to be on a monthly subscription, meaning they get product every single month. Well, what an LTO does, a limited time offer, is just this. Number one, it's a limited time. So we offer it for typically 2 or 3 days, but it's also a limited quantity. So there's a scarcity about that product. So what happens is if we can get the people that are on a monthly auto ship or a monthly subscription to purchase one more time, guess what happens? Again, they spend more, we make money. So here's what happens. Think about this for a second. How would you like to double your income next week? Now think about this for a second. If you're an employee and you go into your boss and you go, you know what, I've been working pretty hard. I've been thinking I'm a pretty good employee. You know, it's kind of summertime and we got this summertime coming up and we're planning on a vacation. You know what? How about doubling my income next week or next month? Would you do that? What do you think your employer would say? They'd go, are you crazy? Get out of here. Go to work. Well, with a limited time offer, literally you can do that. And what I see as corporate now is the people who understand what a limited time offer is and how to work it, literally double and triple and quadruple their income. I'm telling you, we will have a limited time offer by the end of April, okay? There will be people on this call that will literally double their income, triple their income, quadruple their income by this limited time offer. I think the offer that we're going to be offering will be probably the company's biggest in history. And what I mean when they're going to be adding, doubling, tripling their income, they're going to be adding an extra $10, $20, $30,000 per week next week. Okay, so here's the deal. The other reason that we do a limited time offer is it helps you build your organization. It helps you rank up. It helps you get checks. You know, I talk about all the time, how many of you have been, and I ask these questions, how many of you before today have been involved, exposed, or seen another network marketing organization? Doesn't matter where in the world I am, whether I'm in Mexico or Korea or Japan or Canada, everybody raises their hand, right? And then when I say how many of you have been involved, or how many of you that have been involved have actually had a good experience or made money, guess what? Most hands go up, don't go up. And so I want you to understand, we have a different model. In most companies, you go from promotion, you go from event to an event. With Govee, you want to be going from LTO to LTO. Now, one of the things you'll see is our goal is to run an LTO about once a month. The reason we do that is because you can spike the volume, it spikes the ranks, it gives people something to go for. This is not a 90-day or a 60-day or a 3-month plan, 6-month plan, 5-year plan. This is a 30-day plan. And so this is what I would tell you. This is my goal for you today, is you should be getting ready for the LTO that we're going to be doing next week. How do you get ready for that? Well, number one, if you're a leader, you start looking at your numbers, and you'll hear me say this. We actually have made a PowerPoint. We're making a duplication model where everybody really gets this and understands this. But you should be looking at your numbers. You look at the numbers on the, you go to your back office, you go to your binary tree, and you say, okay, when you click on that, you have numbers on the left side, numbers on the right side. That's the number of promoters that are in your organization, okay? Excuse me. Well, if you break the compensation model down, typically you need 14 orders in 1 week to go star. You need 28 70 CV orders to go star maker. You need 56 70 CV orders to go rock star, and you need 114 70 CV orders to go superstar, right? So you start looking at your numbers, and again, the people who know how to do this are absolutely killing it. They're smashing it. They can go from star maker to superstar, and they can do it in 3 days. Well, what does that do to their income? It literally doubles, quadruples their income. What does that do to their rank? They double rank up. And so the idea is, and as Lance talked, we've got some things that are coming out in May. We're going to roll out from our Cancun trip the first week of May. That's going to be unbelievable. So you need to start looking at your numbers and do whatever it takes to get your numbers up. And what I mean by that is, in order to go star, you need, 20, 25 people in your lesser leg of your binary. So when a limited time offer comes, you can introduce the limited time offer product and you teach them. That's even part of the pitches. We do these limited time offers where people will get an additional product for the month. They do that. Now, we work on a 4-week rolling cycle. I want you to understand that. The way that works is every 4 weeks, when you sign up, 4 weeks from today, your subscription will hit or your auto ship will hit. So 4 weeks, you'll place another order. So to break that down, if you have 100 people in your organization, typically what that means is you'll have about 25 orders in the first week, 25 orders in the second week, 25 orders in the third week, and 25 orders in the fourth week. Well, if you have 25 orders going through your organization every single week, and again, in a typical plan, you would be somewhere between star and star maker in the compensation model. When a limited time offer comes, what happens is all 100 of those people are funneled into 1 week, one time period, one pay period. And so all of a sudden you go, I've got 100 orders, you're almost a star maker. With a little bit of work, you're absolutely, or not a star maker, you're almost a superstar. And so, as we go through this, one of the things that I would be doing if I were you, okay, and this is just a Tuesday morning call, but for the rest of this week, I would be going out, reaching out, using the ATM groups, using the videos, doing team launches. All of you have competent uplines. Get with your uplines. Learn how to talk to your people about a limited time offer. Learn how to get the information out. I mean, Tara Koppel went from star maker to rock star or superstar in about 24 hours. Karen Barrett qualified for the Cancun trip in 24 hours by doing this. You have some of the best people on the planet in your organizations, in your uplines. If you don't quite know how to reach people when, you know, if you've got 100 people in your organization, how are you going to make sure they know about the limited time offer? Sorry, just had a stroke there. You need to get your people and have them understand about the limited time offer. When we roll out a limited time offer, we have product information sheets. We have the information. The leaders are doing trainings about the products that will be doing it. We will be announcing to the council when we're going to be doing it, what we're doing. And so your leaders will be prepared. So when we launch the limited time offer next week, we'll roll it out and you will be rocking and rolling. So guys, I hope this has been helpful. It's been a pretty quick training, but I wanted to talk about this, and I want you to understand why we do it, how we do it, and all of those different things. Our goal is to help you get new members. Our goal is to help those members shop more often and spend more each time they shop. That's why we're here. That's why we're in business. We make money when people spend. We make commissions when they spend money and order products. We're changing the world with the products we have. I'm down 22 pounds at this point, and that's since the 1st of January, and that's with a lot of travel in between. So we've got some phenomenal products. We've got some phenomenal products that are coming out. Watch for May. May is going to be an unbelievable month, but let's finish up April strong. We've got an LTO probably coming next week. So be watching for that, be paying attention, get plugged into your leaders, into your leadership calls, into your leadership training. You've got some of the best leaders on the planet. We appreciate you all. And so let's go out and have a fantastic week, and let's close out April with a huge month. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Great call. Thank you.